Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for being here. It's great to be here in Singapore again and seeing new faces, but also seeing a lot of familiar faces. So again, super happy to be here in Arweave Day Asia 2023. So let's give it up for everyone that's here. Alrighty, well, it's been a year since we were here in the old parliament, and a lot of things have happened since then. A lot has happened. So let's maybe do a little bit of a recap. So things around events really started kicking off with the first one in Singapore last year. Since then, we've had Lisbon, we've had Denver, Berlin, and last week I think, right? It was Arweave Day in Warsaw. So it's been a lot of activity, and we've been really growing the ecosystem in an amazing way. We also launched 1 year ago, believe it or not, Forward Research. We announced it here in Singapore. And Forward Research, for those of you who are unfamiliar with it, is a sort of like adoption arm behind the Arweave ecosystem. Is where the founder of Arweave is part of Forward Research, and we all drive together. We incubate projects such as, for example, Stamp Protocol. We're going to be listening and hearing from Tom a little bit later today. We also have incubated PermaFacts, which is like sort of like this truthiness market, which is like super interest that you can attach to any assertion that you make. We have Alex, which allow you to create pools to archive history in a way that is permanent and that is really useful and fun as well. Fair Protocol, which is really tip of the spear when it comes to LLMs. It's basically a marketplace for decentralized and open source LLMs. And then DataOS, which really gives you a better understanding of what is actually stored on Arweave. We have a bunch of transactions now. We'll talk about that in a second. But this is much more than simply a block explorer. And with these things, we've really come a long way since last year. On top of this, we're super happy that we've released a universal data license and universal content marketplace. The universal data license allows you to attach a specific licensing regime to any piece of information that you store on Arweave. You can perhaps define, do I want to have it a commercial license or non-commercial use? If I want to have a commercial license, do I attach to it a royalty stream, or do I do a one-time upfront fee? And then, well, what do you do with those fees? Like, how do you actually get liquidity? Well, for that we have the protocol, the UCM protocol, of which Tom is also going to be talking a little bit about the first client, which is Bazaar. And this really unlocks a huge potential for Arweave. We believe that this allows you to store any type of information on Arweave and actually get rewarded for it. And then, displayed anywhere else, in any other client. And really, this is super powerful, especially when it comes to applications in AI. And let's not forget this little fact. We crossed 1 billion transactions last July, so that was a really big moment. So thank you very much, everyone that made that possible. And so today we're going to be hearing from the amazing creators, the amazing contributors and ecosystem members, and we're going to kick things off with none other than DMAC.